Hey everybody, James and Chelsea here with a very fun video for you having to do with the Nun Experience trip that we did in Mexico City thanks to Warner Brothers. Later on in the video, you'll see like this walkthrough that we did through this old monastery and catacombs, so stay tuned for that. But first we're gonna talk about the trip as a whole that Warner Brothers sent us on to check out the Nun movie and also just to see Mexico City, because that was pretty dope. It was an awesome trip. It was my first time out of the country, except for to Canada a couple of times. Mexico City was a really cool city to check out. It looked like a city in some parts, and in other parts, it looked so green. We walked around this huge park. We saw this old castle that was there. I used my rudimentary Spanish to get us some pesos.
I know that you've got fans in Mexico City, because when we were down there, people were tweeting at us, so your city was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
And really friendly.
We were there, like I said, because of Warner Brothers, they put us up in a pretty cool hotel and took us on this Nun Experience where they drove us out to this forest that was like an hour outside of Mexico City. And Mexico City is already at this real high elevation, but we drove into the Sierra de las Cruces mountain range where there was a monastery.
It's a protected area. It's a park, so it's a national park, and there's this old monastery there.
Yeah, it was the Ex Convento Desierto de los Leones, and I'm sorry for my pronunciation. Chelsea had done her research, so she was able to tell me all about them while we were there.
So the people who lived here were monks. They were the Carmelitas, and I think they took vows of silence and walked barefoot. Like you think of monks, that's what these dudes were, and they were totally separated from the outside world. I don't think women were allowed here. It was like just monks, and yeah, that was like for centuries they lived here. And then the military used this as a base during the revolution. But it's crazy to just imagine them like wandering around in these gardens, barefoot, and not talking to each other, but like meditating all day. It's cool.
It was so cool. It was so wet and foggy while we were there. Yeah, it was perfectly eerie.
So creepy. We could see it getting foggier out as the day went on.
We were there with a whole bunch of influencers, which mostly meant Instagram people, but we were there with some cool YouTube people, Real Rejects, Greg and John, very cool guys, and we hung out with them a lot of the time. They were a lot of fun. Make sure you subscribe to their channel because they've got some great movie analysis and commentary, and they saw the movie with us inside this old monastery.
Yeah, that was such a cool place to screen a movie. We were in this big domed area and it was very cold.
Yeah, because it was all stone. It's from, like you said, the 17th century, 18th century?
Yeah, there's parts of it that are 1600s, parts of it that are 1700s.
The director of the film, Corin Hardy, was there to introduce the film to us, and after seeing it, we got to go to this meet and greet cocktail hour thing where we got to meet Damian Bashir, star of the film, and another star of the film, Taissa Farmiga. Fun fact about her, she had the same flight home as us, and as we walked by her, she was sitting in her seat already. She saw us and smiled and waved, so Taissa remembered us. That was cool.
Very exciting.
Thanks, Taissa. So we saw the movie in that very nice setting, and we can't say too much about it because it's still coming out in theaters, but you should probably go see it, especially if you like those Conjuring films. It's very much in line with them. Very nice ambience to the film, and it's a very nice setting. It was perfect to see in that missionary. But the cool thing that we did afterward, and this was the Nun Experience, was a walkthrough of the catacombs there.
I was so afraid of the Nun Experience. If you listen to the podcast at all, you know that I'm really scared of the nun. I faced my fears. I had a gin and tonic beforehand.
It was kind of like a mix between an escape room and like a Halloween Horror Nights type like haunt. All nun themed, all very much to do with the movie. We did the experience with our friends Greg and John from Real Rejects, but we also did the experience with director of The Nun, Corin Hardy. He was in our group.
Yeah, that was so cool.
You're responsible for everything scary.
And he was a delight to have. He was really funny and just cracking jokes and like spooking us extra.
He was so fun to go through with.
He was
and
great.
was just as scared as I was, so it made me feel better.
You're helping me feel good enough to go through this.
So I guess without further ado, here's like the biggest chunk of this video is the walkthrough of the Nun Experience itself, which I've edited much like my Halloween Horror Nights video. So enjoy this, this fun music-filled adventure featuring both of us and the Real Rejects guys and director of the Nun, Corin Hardy. Enjoy.
Yeah, ready?
Oh God.
I'm ready if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready?
You're not ready.
I might poop myself.
A Nun movie experience. Maybe behind that doors you will find some part of the movie because this experience is inspiring. You need to work as a team, look carefully to every detail and solve the puzzles to move forward. If there is any moment that you wish to exit the experience, this is the sign, okay? If you're ready, please survive.
Oh no.
My name is Sister Francis. We want to find out what's happening within these walls. We can't do it without your help. I must warn you. The evil forces will try to confuse us with riddles and puzzles. Beyond this door, your only weapon is your hope and your faith. Our mission will be accomplished if we succeed in shutting down the underworld portal.
Oh yeah. Oh! You got this, man.
I have a message here. Something is misplaced here.
I can't see anything.
There's so much fun.
There is, yes. There is
Hey!
We've got one. I'm doing it. I'm here.
Who got this?
Are you ready to follow me? Yeah.
Oh. Oh God! Over there! Oh God! Oh my God! Oh no!
It's closed! We gotta find the key or something! Come on!
Follow me.
We're following.
Ooh, that's some very old cheese. You did it.
I'll move the group now.
Got the key, dude?
I have the key.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Oh.
I swear I feel like I'm in a movie.
You're running so far ahead.
I know.
Haven't you scared us enough tonight?
Yes.
Use the lamp to shut down the radio, please. We should enter, everyone. Enter. Please let everyone know. Something is misplaced here.
We're missing crosses. That cross goes on up there, but I don't want to take it.
Could I please just, thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Okay, all right.
You're doing it, man.
I'm doing it.
We did it.
We got a key.
Oh, now we're outside.
We're outside.
Nothing spooky out here.
Everybody, please grab a cross.
These crosses are wet. What if it's like musical chairs and there's one short?
Hold it close to your heart for protection.
Everybody, please, would need a lamp and a helmet. We are going inside the catacombs.
Anyone need a lamp?
Yeah.
Thank you.
R.I.P. my hair.
Let's do it, team.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Has everyone taken their vows, right?
I did my first communion. Okay, we're crouching down in here. You can't.
Oh, there's a dead body!
No, there's dead bodies everywhere.
Everything is possessed here. Be careful.
Everything is possessed.
Oh no. We've all seen The Conjuring. That's not good.
Great cross guard.
Very much.
Oh God, I hear lots of yelling up there. Oh God.
No, sister. Please, sister, I would just like to get through, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm good.
Everybody, get a cross! Put it in here.
Who has the last one?
Me.
Of course. Hello.
We should search for a message.
Leave the world on my hands. Let's put it back on his hands.
You got this, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh.
He's
Pointing them the fairy. This is the Blair Witch.
I have a key. I have a key.
I think
your key goes in
So
here.
use your key and open it.
Okay.
This is the crystal egg.
Is that Jesus blood?
Take
It is.
Yes, got the Jesus blood.
Let me do this for you.
You are suspiciously helpful.
Yeah. Now we have the power to defeat the evil. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is super metal. Using the blood of Christ to defeat demons.
Mind your hands.
You know, it's really scary getting a concussion.
How many people are just hanging out in these catacombs?
I know, that's so scary. We're going up a very small staircase. We're back outside.
Can you hear the sounds? Be very careful. Listen also very carefully. Because the smallest sound can lead us to another answer.
I thought there was a clue, but it was a power outlet.
I think it's coming from here.
Father Burke!
Oh, Father Burke!
Put the letter in. Put the letter in.
It says hell.
Hell.
It's missing the O. It says hello. Get it? Oh! There was a nun just grabbed me, put a bag in my head, and just put me inside a coffin.
At least it was dry in there. I wish the camera did it justice, but this looks so pretty all lit up.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's not what I love to see.
I'll do it.
Go for it.
I think it's okay.
This is the portal.
Oh, it's the portal.
Who is holding the crystal egg?
Who's got that Jesus blood?
I got the Jesus blood.
There are wood chips falling from the sky.
Congratulations for the director.
I did it!
Yeah, you were good.
Thank you. We were covered in wood chips
Yeah.
and feeling great. Thank you so much for doing that with
I survived.
We did it.
Feel good?
Yes.
Good.
It was not as bad as I thought it was.
It never is. So yeah, we did it, and it wasn't that bad for you.
No, I had so much fun. It made me feel better about doing horror nights this year. I feel a lot braver. We got that in the mail the other day.
Yeah,
so
this wooden crate shows
from
up
Romania.
saying it's from Romania, and we're like, Valak.
So me and her are friends now. We've made peace, and now we're pen pals. And she sends me weird pictures of herself in the mail.
Well, she doesn't have a cell phone, so she can't do selfies.
That's
this is her
right,
equivalent.
yeah.
Special thanks to Warner Brothers for letting us do this trip. It was such an awesome experience. It's a weekend I will never forget.
Yeah.
And also for providing a lot of the footage that you saw. Equal thanks to Greg and John from Real Rejects for giving us their footage. And you can probably find us in the video on their channel about the same experience. So go check that out. Probably click up in whatever corner the bubble's appearing in.
I can't overstate how lucky we are that we got to do something like that. We don't take it for granted. Like, it was so cool.
And also huge thanks to all of you, because if it wasn't for you watching my videos and subscribing to the channel, like, this opportunity wouldn't have arisen. Don't think that we ever take that for granted. We know that we're here and doing the cool stuff that we're able to do because of you liking our stuff. So thank you very much for that. Make sure you check out The Nun in theaters from Warner Brothers. That comes out this Friday, September 7th. It's a really cool movie. We had a great time watching it, and I know you will too. So make sure you do that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, everybody, and be good people.